Hello, welcome to Body Awareness Movement. Today we're going to do some twisting on the ground just to help unwind our bodies from any stress we're carrying or just to let out a deeper breath, let in a deeper breath. So let's go ahead and just take a moment to just unwind while we're at a standing level before we come down to the ground. Offer yourself just a little bit of relaxed movement, something different from your ordinary. This is time for you to connect to your body without expectation. And in some ways that may be a little bit unexpected, a little bit playful, even surprising to yourself. How does the body want to move beyond the everyday? Or in just a more relaxed, comfortable way? Let's just find our way slowly to a forward fold. Having your feet about hip distance, maybe knees slightly bent, head released. Coming to whatever level feels right for you. Letting out the sound, breath, letting in breath. Then we'll start to find our way down to our seat. I'm going to come down to my block. Come into feet in. Come to whatever comfortable seated position feels right for you. I'm on my block in order to provide my hips and my back some support. Maybe you're comfortable on the ground, but a nice cushion can also be helpful. Let's just take a breath here as we arrive. And I'm going to do a shoulder roll forward, up, and back. Maybe I'm going to do 2 more of those actually. Let's go ahead and do 2 more. Nice and easy with breath. And then we'll go the other direction. Just working with the mobility that's there. And let's do one last one, forward, up, and back with the breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, taking a breath, and then we'll let the eyes look down into the space in front of us. And we'll take a moment to hold to the space between us. And then we'll feel, drawing our hands back to our hips. And we'll give, coming into our bow. Taking the moment to just acknowledge this moment and acknowledge your body. And then we'll let the legs come out. Let's go ahead and connect the relationship between the legs and the head. So I'm going to let my head go to the left, come down to my left, but I'm also going to fold at my knee. I'm going to let my head lead me down to the ground, finding my arms to support, and slowly lowering myself into this really lovely moment here with this sun coming down on me. Just taking a moment to breathe on the side. Slowing things down. Then when you're ready, we're gonna take my head and let it lie on the ground, and then I'm going to let my brain and my skull lead me through this spiral from my head to my chest, to my abdomen, and then my hips, and then my knees will come up to constructive rest position. We'll take a few breaths just aligning everything in constructive rest. Bringing the feet to a comfortable distance from the butt. Just taking a deep breath here. And then we'll start to coordinate upper and lower. So we're going to let head and knees go together, same direction. Starting off nice and slow. Being mindful of the range of motion for the head and the knees, that they're not, one's not doing more than the other, and that they're coordinating together as much as possible. Or noticing if there's a tendency to do more with one half of your body than the other. How do we bring things into a relationship through this awareness? And then again, when you feel that you've done evenly on both sides, just come back to the center, take a big breath. Just notice, are you releasing into the ground in a different way, or does it feel a little bit more relaxed in how you're laying in the ground? And then we're going to go into opposition. We're going to take the head one direction and the knees will go the opposite direction, but trying to maintain range of motion. And then we'll come back to the center for a moment. And then we'll let the head and knees go the opposite directions. Then we'll come back to center. Just notice how the head and knees are coming back to center together. Does one arrive before the other? Again, can they coordinate together? And then let's take center out, and we'll just pass through center with the head and knees. So letting them align for a moment as they just pass through center. What is that coordination like? Can you find a bit of a fluidity from side to side? Where's your breath? And then again, when you feel like you are even on both sides, starting to come back to the center, and just take a big breath. All right, let's go ahead and take the right knee up towards the chest, and then we'll bring the left knee up and we'll draw the knees towards our chest. Let the knees come away from the chest and then make some feet circles. 3 times one direction, flaring the toes, and then 3 times the other direction, flaring those toes. Then we're going to take the knees in 3 big circles to the right. Trying to go slow so you really feel how this feels on your low back, on your pelvis. And then reverse that 3 times the other direction. And then draw the knees towards the chest. Take a nice breath. And then we'll let the knees go. Feet will hit the floor. Just take a breath back in constructive rest. Let out any sound. And then take the left knee up and then the right knee. Draw the knees towards the chest. And again, let the knees come away from the chest. Make some other type of feet circles. Flaring the toes. And then go the other direction. And we'll let that relax. Now we'll just take the knees side to side a little bit. Seeing if you could just allow it to be the knees and the hips going side to side and not so much the upper body. Just rocking on the back of that pelvis. And then coming back to the center, and then we'll toggle the knees. So this is just letting go on the hip sockets, just letting your hands at the legs manipulate the legs in this pattern. And then we'll bring the knees towards the chest deeply, take a big breath. And then we'll let the knees go, feet will hit the floor, feeling those reverberations into the feet as they make contact with the floor. And then from here, just take a big breath, maybe let out a nice little ah. Ah. Just letting out some sound, breath. Ah. And then we'll go ahead and we'll reach the fingers. And we're going to slide the arms into a T position. Take a breath here. But then we're going to reach energy out through the fingertips, and we're going to fold at the elbows. And just take a pause here, take a breath with palms facing palms, with the energy going out of the fingertips. And then we're going to keep that energy shooting out of the fingertips, and that's going to start to bring our arms up towards the ceiling, relaxing the shoulder blades into the floor. You might be a little wider, so that way the shoulder blades can really rest. Just take a breath here. Trying to find a little bit more support of the arms being up through the reach of the fingers and the energy shooting out of the fingertips, so we don't get too muscular with this. Take a breath. Then we're going to go ahead and let the palms face down towards the feet. And then we're going to think about the pinkies kind of leading us back to palms facing palms. And then from here we can let the pinkies continue to lead us as we let the palms face over the head. And then we'll let the thumbs lead us, so it's the thumbs that are energetically leading us back to palms facing palms. Take a breath here. And just notice what's going on in your feet, your legs. Are the knees going out? Are they going towards each other? Can you maintain that balance between the inner and outer thigh? And then now we're going to shoot the energy out of the right fingertips and slowly let that right arm descend towards the floor, nice and slow, back to that T position with the right arm on the floor. And then just take a breath in this position with the left arm up. Again, Shoulder blade still relaxed into the ground. And then the right arm is on the ground. And just take a breath here. Then we're going to shoot the energy out of the left fingertips. Kind of start to feel as if someone was pulling your hand up. That's going to bring your arm up and your shoulder blade off the ground now. You're going to pivot from this point. And you're going to come to lying your right side. And let the left arm be a little bit more in front of you so that way it doesn't hang back and start to stress out the shoulder. Just take a breath here. And then shooting the energy out of the left fingertips, start to slowly descend the left hand down to the right palm. And then palm will just be on top of palm. Just take a breath here. And then from here, we're going to start to slowly let the left hand slide along the floor over our head. Then we're going to go ahead and let the palm face up at a certain point, and we're going to let that head follow the left hand. And then we'll come and make a circle, and then we'll come down, and then we're going to touch our body, slide over our body down the leg, and you're going to come down to the ground, and you're going to again slide the left hand over the head. We're going to do 2 revolutions this direction. I oftentimes do 3 in my own practice, but you can do as many as you like. Just taking the time to really follow that hand leading the body in these revolutions. Seeing how much you can release. And then we'll bring the left hand back onto the right palm for a moment. And then we're going to reverse that, taking the left palm down. And then it will slide over the legs, and it will come down the low back. Then we'll turn the palm up. And we'll follow the left palm. We're reaching fingertips still, trying to move from this distal, from the fingertips, as we slide the hand on the floor. Turning the palm down now. And then do 1 more revolution this direction. Sliding across the legs, going down the low back. Really being mindful of, are you following that hand, or are you making it happen with the upper body? You can always start to pause whenever you need to. Take a deep breath, let out sound. And we'll come back to left palm on top of right. Take a breath here. And then from here, we're going to smear the left hand across the right arm. And it's going to smear over the chest. And then we'll lower the left arm, let it unfold. If you are finding that your arm is up, try to bring it down wherever it's most able to make contact with the ground and not be so stressed out. So just take a few breaths here, letting that head release towards the left. Maybe bring the knees up a little bit towards the chest. Flex the feet if you like. Take a few breaths here. Close the eyes. Here's our first sustained twist. Trying to keep the fingers reaching, the fingertips reaching gently. And if you'd like to increase the stretch, you could also take the left foot out, extend it, and take the right hand to hold the left foot. Reaching in through the heel of that left foot. Just breathing deeply into the stretch. Breathing deeply into your hips. Breathing deeply into that left lung. Let's take one more deep breath here. Then if you have extended your left foot, let's bring the left knee back on top of the right knee. Just take a breath here. Then relax the flexion of the feet if you've had your feet flexed. We're going to start to bring the fingertips up. We're going to fold at the left arm. We're going to smear across the chest. And again, see if you can let the head follow that left hand. We're going to reach beyond the right fingertips and shoot the left arm back up towards the ceiling. Just take a pause here again. Being mindful that the arm is not coming farther back, letting it be a little bit more in front of you. Because now we're going to sink that arm bone into the shoulder socket, and that shoulder is going to bring us back towards the ground. So now we're going to go through our spiral to then bring the legs back to constructive rest. So here we are again with the left arm up, the right arm on the ground. Just take a breath back here, reposition your feet and your legs. Then we're going to shoot the energy out of the right fingertips and slowly bring that right arm back up. Again, coming back to palm facing palm, arms up, letting the shoulder blades relax into the ground. And then let's go ahead and we'll take the palms to face down for a moment, rotating through the arms. And then we'll take palms back to facing palms. And then we'll take palms to facing over the head. And then bring the palms back to facing palms. Take a big breath here. So now we're going to shoot the energy out of the left fingertips, slowly descending that left arm down to the ground. And then take a breath here in this configuration with the right arm up, the left arm on the ground. And then we'll shoot the energy out of the right fingertips. It's as if someone was pulling on my right hand, bringing it up, bringing the right arm and shoulder up. And then we'll pivot from this point to come and lie on our left side. And again, the right arm now is going to be a little bit more in front of me, not so far back. Just taking a breath here. And then go ahead and slowly lower that right arm down to the ground. Just take a breath here. And then we're going to take the right fingertips right hand will start to smear on the ground, going over the head. Turn the right palm up once it gets to a certain point. And continue the revolution. The head will look, follow the hand. Then we'll turn the hand over and let it slide up the low back, go down the legs, and then let it continue on the back on the floor. And one more time over the head. Just take notice of what it feels like on this side. It might be a little bit tighter. Just go slow, deep breaths. Letting out sound if you need to. Bring the hand up the body, down the legs. Trying to just follow that hand. Bring the right hand back onto the left hand. Just take a pause here for a moment. And then we'll let the right hand go down, and we'll do 2 revolutions in this direction, smearing across the legs, down the low back. The palm will be up. We'll follow the reach of the fingertips as we smear the hand on the ground. Nice deep breath. Turning the palm over. And then one more revolution. Trying to let that head be as relaxed as possible as it follows the hand. Noticing this relationship from fingertips through the arms, to the shoulder, to the torso, the head, even the knees. Turning the palms down. Bringing the right palm back on the left palm. Take a breath here. Maybe bringing the knees up a little bit more. You can flex the feet a little bit, because now we're going to smear the right hand across the left arm, smeared across the chest. We'll go ahead and unfold the arm. Again, if the shoulder and the arm are a little off the ground, try to maybe take it lower. We want it to be relaxed as much as possible on the ground. And let that head look to the right, reaching through the fingertips, both hands, flexing the feet gently. And then take a few breaths in this twist on this side. Deep breaths. And again, if you want to take the twist a little deeper, stretch a little deeper, take your right hand and hold your the right foot, your left hand, and hold the right foot. Reach to that right heel. And deep breaths. Breathing into the hips, the low back. Going to take one more big deep breath here. And then when you're ready, let go of that right foot. Bring the knees back on top of knees. Flex the feet gently. Just take a breath here. Reaching through those fingertips. And then we'll let the right hand start to fold the arm. Smear the right hand across the chest. Follow that hand to go a little bit beyond the left fingertips and let the right hand come back up. Just take a couple of breaths here again, being mindful of the arm being a little bit more forward and not so far back. Let the feet relax here. Now we're going to let that right arm bone sink into the left shoulder socket. Just start to feel this spiral as you start to descend the shoulder blade back to the floor. And then the legs will come back to constructive rest. We'll take a breath here. Again, back with the right arm up towards the ceiling and the left arm on the ground. And then we're going to shoot the energy out of the left fingertips. And we'll bring the left arm up. Palms are facing palms, shoulder blades are relaxed into the ground. Adjust your feet, take a big breath. Now we're going to go ahead and take the palms to face over the head first. And then we'll let the thumbs lead us to palms facing palms. And now we'll let the thumbs lead us to palms facing towards the feet. Take a breath. And then we'll let the pinkies lead us back to palms facing palms. And then at this point, this is the final moment where we're going to shoot the energy out of both fingertips. Let the shoulder blades relax into the floor and start to open up our wingspan. Let the fingertips really reach the energy out, descend the arms slowly to the floor. Keeping the energy reaching out through the fingertips, we're going to slide from the fingertips, slide the arms down. And then we'll let the natural curl of the fingers come back in. Just take a few breaths here. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring both knees up at the same time. We're going to bring the hands to the knees. I like to slide my hands along the floor at this point and then bring them up to the body. Then draw the knees towards the chest. Let's let the knees go away from the chest. We're going to make some other feet circles. So now I'm going outwards with both of my feet first. They come in, flaring the toes. And then I'll reverse that, go in and out. And then we'll go ahead and we'll just let the head and knees rock together. A little body half rock. And then come back to center slowly. And then one more time, just draw the knees deeply towards the chest. Then we'll let the knees go, feet will hit the floor. Take a big breath. Now we're going to open up the left knee out to the ground, towards the floor. We're going to slide through the side of the foot. We're going to come to a long leg. Just take a breath here. And we're going to let the right knee open out towards the ground and then slide through the side of the foot. Just come to a rest position for a moment. After having our knees up for so long, just let yourself relax, rest. Then when you're ready, we're going to slowly come to lie on our side again. Just take a breath here. Then we're going to take our hand to support us. We're going to let the top knee differentiate from the bottom. We're going to let the head stay down, get the other hand underneath us. We're going to push ourselves as we extend our legs, keeping the head down, anchored in those sit bones into the ground, and slowly roll through the spine, letting the head come up. Just take a breath here. I don't know about you, but I know that I'm in a different mental space. Coming back to our seated posture. Let's do a shoulder roll forward, up and back here. Nice and slow. Go the other direction. Well, let's do one last forward, up and back, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Let's let the eyes look down in front of us. We'll take a moment to hold to the space between us. We'll feel bringing our hands back to our hips, and we'll give and bow. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or your evening, and you've unlocked some stress in your body, some blockages from the twisting, and that you are breathing deeper. Thank you.